I think Louisville, they got the shots that they wanted. They missed them. They were a little sped up. I think that will right itself. And I also think there's an element of a lot of these guys got paid a lot of money to go to this program. They beat up on everyone in the Bahamas. Everyone told them how great they were. They won their exhibitions by a lot. More people told them how great they were. They beat Morehead State by 3 million points. Everyone's telling them how great they were. They go to play Tennessee. They're like, yeah, we're going to come in here. We're going to kick these dudes' ass. Louisville basketball is back. These 23,000 people in the Yum are going to love it. And then they go out there and there's like, oh, it's big boy basketball now. I think that can be fixed better than John Calipari still doing the exact same shit that basically got the Kentucky fans to go from being this guy needs a statue to like, we got to get rid of this guy. I don't know. I'm concerned about Arkansas.
I'm concerned about Louisville. And the reason being is because when they weren't hitting shots, they started doing shit they weren't supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
They started over dribbling. They started looking for certain players, and like they went away from what makes Pat Kelsey. Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
They went away from what makes Pat Kelsey and his teams really good. They started trying to go one on one. And Casey Pryor, as good as he is, stop. Like
Oh,
Like pass the ball, let those guys work for you a little bit, take advantage when there's a closeout, but trying to go between behind and trying to mix somebody up when the defense is just sitting behind your guy, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Noah Waterman tried to do the same thing. Trey Ore tried to do the same thing. Like these guys, like you need to move the basketball.
mm.
And whenever there's this much hype around a bunch of guys, and whenever there's the guys who've been paid X amount of dollars, like Pat's gonna have to fix some of this stuff, and he's gonna have some real conversations with him
Is
because
that
I'm
just a
worried.
result? Real to follow up. Do you think that's because I read that as a result of the stuff that we were running and the shots that we were getting weren't going in? So like, I'm just going to try to do this one on one now. To me, that
It's
felt more
Oh
like
hard.
yeah,
It's
frustration.
hard because you're bringing in a lot of guys that were really good where they were at.
this is what we're talking about
It's
with
hard.
Kansas. Help
Yeah,
us.
it's hard to get those guys to stay the course when things like you're getting what you want, you're not making shots. I got to fix it, and it's on me to fix it. Like Case and Pryor at South Florida, it was on him and Chris Youngblood to fix it last year. I have to fix it. Whenever Traore was at Long Beach State, I have to fix this right now. We're struggling offensively. I have to fix
Mhm.
this. The only guy that stayed the course was Rain Smith, and he ended up with 18 points.
Yeah, he did. He did, but it took him 13 shots to get there. He was 4 for 12 from three. Think about this: Pryor, right? Rain Smith, Terrence Edwards.
Who was another one? He was bad at it too. Like there's a delicate balance, and we talked to Pat about this. Remember this, Rob?
Mhm.
Like Terrence Edwards is a guy you have to let go a little bit. You're gonna have to let him go a little bit less
And
because like he was not very good, and he tried to fix everything by doing it himself. You can't do that.
think about this: Terrence Edwards, Rain Smith, Kason Pryor, and Corin Johnson shot a combined 8 for 38 in the game.
That ain't it.
By the way, another problem with Louisville that is a red flag to me. Nobody came up with more than 5 rebounds in a game that they were missing a ton of shots.
They
They got
got
they got out
they got
rebounded 40-26 in this game.
Yeah. And you remember how big, like, this is kind of going back to you remember how big we thought Louisville was when we saw them in person? We're like, man, these guys are big, they're long, they're switchable. Tennessee made them look small.
Yeah, I was literally about to say that.
Like, Tennessee made them look small. Like, Tennessee's huge. If Chaz Lanier's a real bucket, Tennessee once again has a chance to be a Final Four team.
Mhm.
Not, I mean, not once again, but has a chance this year to be a contender to be a Final Four team, which is what we've kind of been saying over the past 5 or 6 years with Vols.